from there. 4 projectiles. So let's count this. If there's 8 in total, we don't need to look at anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. We'll go with the criminal use. I actually hate Hawk-on situations. The amount of like additional paperwork sucks. All right, so this is the warrant. Then we have 14484. Hot gun. Criminal use will be 30 months, $7,500 fine. And then the current situation. Description. It's not that bad. So then we have 14483, current situation. Reckless evading, resisting, class 2, prescription is 100 months. 39,500. So when added all up, prior to reductions, we're looking at 75, 30, 100, which is 205. 39,500, 7,500, 23,000, 70,000. Actually, not as bad as I thought it'd be. So here's the deals we can offer. If he pleads guilty to all, we can do 205 minus 25%. Minus 50 for the deal. 103. Round that down to 100 months. 70K fine. Plus time served. Let me make sure I'm charging correctly for this class too. Yeah, the songs that play on this song radio have been solid. All right, Jamal. Good news-ish. So the gun's hot for a bank truck a few days ago, so a criminal use charge for that. So we're looking at 3 situations. We're looking at the warrant. Well, no, 3 in total. The warrant, the hot gun for criminal use, and then today. The total of all 3 is 205 months, $70,000 fine before any deals. Okay.
Fuck.
Well, no, because again, you've been compliant. So if I take into account the deal I offered you of 50 months in addition to everything else, if you pled guilty to all 3 situations, I could reduce it to 100 months plus time served after 20 months. So that would be, you are looking at 85 months. If you pled guilty, you would get 85 months and a $70,000 fine.
Guilty.
All right, just to verify,
Guilty
that's going to be to
charged.
all 3. And the current list of charges is reckless evading, resisting, class 2 charge, and possession of pharmaceutical drug without a prescription. You pleading guilty to everything?
Guilty.
All right.
Guilty.
Here we go. We've been billed the amount of $70,000, and I can get you sent off for the 85 months now. Do you have any comments, questions, or concerns?
This is why you don't shoot cops.
Precisely. Yes. If you had, you would have. It would have been so much worse.
Oh shit.
Um.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. You ready to get sent up, Jamal?
Oh,
You,
hello.
you ready
I'm
to get
ready.
sent
Yeah,
up?
I'm ready to
Okay.
get shut up.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Stay safe.
You too.
All right. So. Oh my god. I hate all of this. So, incidents. Current situation. Incidents. Hot gun. Incidents. A warrant. April. Whoops. 17th, 2025. Oh. Roads. Arrested. Abdul Jabbar. 14483. um. All right. So. Pled guilty. AO 390 on April 17th, 2025. Okay, so this one is completed. And we have the hot gun, pled guilty. Actually, I'm going to need that again. Was hot gun? No. Warrant 14313. um, I'm being in custody. Hello.
Sorry. Rose, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I saw your report with the Lovemore thing. Are you making that into a warrant and we make a new incident, or do you want us to all conglomerate into that?
I think they should be separate because though Lovemore was involved seemingly in this situation, it was a decent amount of time to where I wouldn't connect the two. Like we called UTL, and I think that should be the threshold of like
Okay.
because it like we didn't find Lovemore in his elegy
Until
that he
way
used.
later,
You know, he was
yeah.
like in a completely different car, likely dressed differently. Like realistically, in my opinion, it's not much different than if we had found Lovemore tomorrow. You know, like it'd be different if
Okay,
like
so
there was
then-
like a few minutes in between we lost visual regain, but not
Yeah,
like
so
a
then
whole different thing.
my issue would be, well, how would we? I guess we were looking for the black color vodka involved in the previous situation. Like, how would we word that in terms of the incident?
Wait, which vodka?
I mean, because what I don't even remember where the chase started from. Because remember, we found him later, and it was related, and we were chasing him because of this Molotov situation. That's why I'm trying to think of how, like, if we make a separate incident, how are we gonna word? I guess it's up to Espinosa. I'll have to ask him. I guess, but yeah, we'll separate it for now.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll ask Espinosa. He's down right now, so he'll probably know because he was more or less the primary. So
The thing is, I was present for the Molotov thing. I was not present for the follow-up pursuits with like Jamal's cars and stuff. Like I was confused when his Thrax was being brought up for being vaffed because again, I didn't think we even had positive ID on Lovemore after the fact.
yeah, it's just how do we explain that we're chasing him because of that situation without it being on the same report?
No, we can. Do we have Lovemore in custody?
No, we don't. But it's more for everyone else who obstructed.
Then I think we.
Sorry, what was it? Oh, no VAF on any card. Okay, sorry.
I mean, for context, I was very lenient with Jamal, like, because he had a class 2. He could have pulled it, had ample opportunity, and could have gunned us down. And I flat out told him, like, I'm going lenient because you had the opportunity to and you didn't, which I do appreciate.
Oh, wait, if your Jamal report is here, then yeah, we can just put the Miguel and Goomba in here too then.
Yeah. The follow-up stuff, yeah, 100% we can.
Okay, I see. That's
but the original stuff, I'd be hesitant to, like, we could technically, but for me, there is too long of a break in between.
Sorry, are they good to go, Larry? Sorry, I'm like half on the radio.
No, you're good.
Are we good to go, Larry? Okay, are they still pursuing that? Okay. Let's get ready to roll out then. There's gonna be some cars left over. That'll be okay.
All right, you all set?
Yeah. We'll just put in that report. Okay, that's all I need, Rhodes. Thank you. All right, go.
Hello.
Hey, Rhodes, it's Johnson. I made a report about the shit that happened at Tuna Shop. Did you just transfer everything over to the incident?
I'm of the mindset that they should be kept separate because this, like, I think there was too much time between the original situation and the sort of follow-up in assisting him. Like, this is no different, in my opinion, than if, you know, we didn't catch any of these people today and tomorrow people started helping.
Okay, I got you. I just asked Benzoni, said it was like the same incident. That's why I was like, so should I transfer evidence?
Wait,
yeah,
hold on. Let me
keep it separate.
So your let me see. Yeah,
I made the report of Lovemore and Molotoving them, and
I'm of the mindset that we put a warrant out based upon your report once we get statements. But I don't think we should. Like, yes, they're associated to some degree, but like realistically, he's fleeing from the active. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I will keep it as a separate report. Then.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Rhodes.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
All right. 390. Statement. Pending. Holy fuck. I'm turning that off.
What
Six,
did
thank
you
you for the
just do?
32 months. Appreciate it. Already 4 years of lurking. Thanks for always having a positive, welcoming streaming community. I appreciate the kind words. Also, Sick, again, thank you for the tier 2 52 months. Appreciate it. Okay, so this situation... not statement. What am I doing here? Pled guilty. AO 390. Statement. Rhodes responded to a request for backup involving suits. I don't even know what vehicles were involved. Rhodes primarily was pursuing a gray Alligator S. Known plate. Vehicle was quite fast and maintaining a lot of distance from most units. Eventually, hold on, let me get rid of the warrant thing. Raiden was fleeing from officers. The individual inside was dressed space suit. Vehicle was disabled along. Was on the phone communicating location. However, they were placed in cuffs and identified as searched mall found because Oxy screenshots ShareX 1 2 3 magazines. What are these? .30 round 762. $179, 762. Um, Conducted. Here as found in incident number 14484. Wait, did I typo that? 14474? I did. Hmm. All roads pursued a criminal use of a firearm charge within that report. Additionally, Jamal Then we go here. No, here. Rhodes was the tuna shop along Supply and Vespucci when a elegy with Lovemore Lovemore actually when Rhodes at first got on duty was the side leaders is on the bridge above, speaking down towards leaders. um Eventually, Lovemore took off. In 20 minutes, maybe 10. Here's tuner shop.
I think I'm going to live again.
Oh, really?
Yes. I've hit it. I don't know, my man. Maybe start a fishing business. On a yacht.
Good idea.
Oh.
Yes.
I love
Hello,
more.
Mr. Rhodes.
Rhodes, what's good? Player?
Oh, you know, just wait. When did we get you?
It's like 5 minutes ago.
Oh shit.
Rhodes, me and you go way back. You know what I mean, my man? Me and you go way back. Please, guys, give me time, self, please. I've been a good boy. You understand? I was in custody for a long time.
You said 5 minutes ago, bitch. What you mean you've been in custody a long time?
Yes, bitch, I got handcuffed a long time ago, all the way in Grove.
I've
But
been.
then you got out of cuffs.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I've been in cuffs the whole time.
Wait, have you literally?
Yes, yes. Pretty much the whole chase.
That's awkward.
I know. Tell me about
Give me 1 second. I need to call Eshbenoodle.
Hello.
Are you in the middle of anything?
No, not really. I'm
Okay.
just trying to do what's up.
So I processed Jamal. It looks like Goomba and Miguel also got processed already. So I've been off radio because I've been processing Jamal and had to deal with the hot gun, and I'm, he also had a warrant, so I'm like documenting all 3 reports fully. Johnson put the evidence for the original Molotov in a report. And considering the time difference between that and like when the follow-up pursuits with Lovemore started occurring, I'm fully content with them being sort of 2 situations. Like one in them trying to assist. So Rupert has Lovemore in custody. I don't know when he was caught. Are you content with me having him just escalate the Lovemore, Molotovs, Peters, and King situation?
Yeah, I mean, I already told Jamal that we wouldn't have the vehicle, so I don't want to
Yeah.
go back on my word either.
So. For me, it was like, too long of a period. Like we were UTL for too long, and it's not like we saw him in the same car or dressed the same way. Obviously, it's still Lovemore at the end of the day, but it's, in my opinion, no different than like if we had found Lovemore tomorrow. So I'll have Rupert escalate this. I'll make sure my statement's in there. And I will make a reference in my statement regarding like there being some overlap between this situation and the prior one.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, no worries. All good.
Perfect. All right, just want to give you the heads up.
Okay,
right,
thank you. Bye.
One count of possession of a tempered firearm and 1 count of possession of a pharmaceutical drug without a prescription. How do you plead to those charges?
Only one time. I mean, King was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
It doesn't matter. You still got him.
I wanted Peters.
Right.
If you give me one, I'll plead guilty.
But you appreciate that your intent to get one provides that you had intent to cause serious harm.
Give me one.
You attempted to get the other.
I will plead guilty. Give me one. I will plead guilty.
Rupert, real quick. I'm actually gonna have you put this on a separate incident. So although there's overlap between the 2, there's a report from the original situation.
It is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we remove him from the first one?
Yep. So if you pretty much have to try to add a new person to the report, and then you can remove his name.
Done. Okay. And then under incidents, which one are we looking at?
It's under reports. It should be. I'm gonna be real. My MDT is so slow right now.
Labmore, Molotov, Peter, King.
Yes.
Right, and I'll promote that to incident. Oh.
Yep. And then pretty much this situation is going to be for like the assistance afterwards, but we had already lost visual and whatnot. But we're going to sort of label it as 2 separate instances. And then you can pursue all of the same charges.
Okay. You are looking for a. You are looking at your 2 counts of attempted murder of a government employee, and 1 count possession of attempted firearm, and 1 count possession of a pharmaceutical drug without prescription. How do you plead to those charges?
How long is the time?
Should be 160.
In the fine?
49,000.
Okay, if I plead guilty, you're gonna cut the time.
We'll talk
Because
about
guys,
that.
I was in custody for a long time. Okay,
We will
guilty.
talk about that. We will talk about that. Okay, let me have a
Guilty.
look at cuffs again. Okay, so you were last cuffed on scene there 25 minutes ago. So I'll take off 25 for time in custody, which takes us down to 135, and I'll offer you a
Rose,
further.
come on, my man.
Hang on, just relax. Just give me a minute.
Relax.
And you'll get a further 40% reduction for time for a guilty plea. Okay.
Oh,
How
Love
much
More,
is how
trust
much?
me. Trust me. You don't want me to speak up because if I did, you'd have more time.
Why? The fuck wrong with you?
Wait,
That's
no,
18
why?
months.
no. You're good. You're good.
18 month. You can't do anything.
That's half
Give me
off.
60,
Hello, that's
60,
literally
60.
half off.
60. Come on.
I can't go any lower than that. That would be be wrong. You attack cops. I can't really go much lower than that.
I mean, I was cuffed before that.
Okay, all right. Listen, you've been billed. Okay, all right. You'll be sentenced up to Bolingbroke for a sentence of 80 months. Okay,
Deal.
thank you.
Have a good one. Let's see. Yeah, I was in this situation. I was very lenient with Jamal because the bozo had a class 2 and opted not to use it, which I appreciate. And I'm just saying, he was prepped for fucking war. He had like 3 chest plates. He had a vest. He
So was
had
Lovemore. So was Lovemore.
he
It
had
was Josh Brown.
180 ammo. Like he was prepped.
Technically speaking, he would get the magazines and ammunition. He would get to keep that, wouldn't he? Because he didn't use it in a crime.
No. I believe the DOJ has previously ruled that the ammo and magazines for illegal firearms are to also be seized.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Because someone was returned to someone recently, and it was
No.
my basis for that.
Nope, they should not be returned. I also don't know how much context you had.
None.
Okay, fair enough. So with the so how'd you end up with him?
I attached after when they picked him up and fled.
No, because I have been processing here for far too long because I had to deal with the hot gun, a warrant.
So they ended up on low power, and Lovemore was down and cuffed, and then he got scooped, and they fled, and then he ditched Lovemore and ran. And I attached to that pursuit.
Got it. Okay. So regarding the Molotov situation, considering he was already in custody, I don't really care in the grand scheme of things. Additionally, my statement wasn't in because I've been sort of caught up in the overlap of 2 situations that, again, this one, which is why I told you to escalate to an incident. But because he used a Molotov, he would also typically cop a criminal use of explosives charge.
No, I was told on scene it was only to be 2 counts attempted, and that was it.
Unless
That's what I
there
was
was an
told by-
agreement.
I don't know. That's what I
amongst-
was told on scene by.
No, you're good. You're good.
Peters or whoever. Yeah.
Oh wait, Peter said it. Maybe he wasn't trying to push the criminal use of explosives. Regardless,
I don't know.
again, you didn't have the full context behind the situation. Though typically in the event where people use Molotovs, we would be pushing criminal use of explosives. But again, given the circumstances, I understand why it wasn't pushed if you were specifically instructed not to. That's why I didn't want to. That's why I didn't want to butt in and be like, "Fuller, I need you to
By
push
the
that
way,
charge."
he should have used a Molotov. Yeah, I know.
Well, no,
I
he
get you, that's
used the Molotov. The context here was we were chilling. To be fair, Peters was kind of poking the bear. He was kind of
I'm so
calling him fat.
surprised.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised.
And then he chucked a Molotov as the TLDR and got King and Peters.
Okay.
All right, have a good one. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
All right. At the tuner shop, alongside Rhodes and King. Shortly after, Black Elegy approach that was seemingly missing a headlight. Driver's side. Side was 4369. Was identified based upon their lack of mask. Lovemore then pulled the Molotov and chucked window, burning both King and Peters. Shop immediately attempted to fire and pursue the vehicle. However, was able immediately assigned units to assist both King and Peters in the tuna shop. Units. One was pulled up. Locate the vehicle. Units were able to. As Rhodes was writing the statement for an arrest warrant, 69, or was in custody. Custody. Student number 14483. Let me just make sure. In addition to attempted murder, yeah. Jabal. All right, let's verify. Everything is done here. Lovemore, processed, pled guilty. Hot gun, processed, pled guilty, statement. Jamal, process pled guilty. Goomba, process pled guilty. Miguel, process pled guilty. Statement. Done. And then the warrant. 14313. Sure. Everything's done. Uh,
395. I'm gonna go 76 down to Forum to try and get eyes on these 34s on Grove Street.
We're doing one currently on Forum, if you want to join us.
It's 10-4, yeah, I'll jump in. I'm back on frequency.
Perfect. Miller, do you have visual?
Oh, I see an individual that just walked into the alleyway and went west, south to north.
Think
towards
it
the little farm.
they go inside the crate. That's where they seem to sell
Yeah, I
it.
think
It's
that's
inside the
where I
crate.
saw one individual just start running inside there.
Yeah.
Here. Wow, where'd he go?
okay.
Prefer to be kind of just in the area. Okay, upgrade. No, I saw from there, but it was back the upgrade.
Any backup?
Should be good for now. We have 4 senior fights and 4 on the floor. Should be up to me. Miller, I saw them on the north side. The crate.
No, not pick me up. I believe in Miller, not the only Lucas I know is Lavender.
Great.
Hey!
What the?
What's up?
Oh, hey. Hey, what's
up,
going on?
Rhodes?
What,
Why'd
well,
you
not,
run in here with a gun like a madman?
no reason.
Everything okay?
Yeah, no,
What did Dark text you? What did my future coworker tell you? My future employee, really? But I'm being generous in the title.
well, hold on. If he's gonna be your future employee, how come you were telling him you were gonna, did you say yesterday that y'all were gonna fuck?
Just run back into the
What?
into the garage.
Honey, what did you say that Pred said?
Oh yeah, he did want me. Yeah, he did want me. That was just senior, but he was on the phone. Yeah, that's
What do you
true.
mean I wanted you? I wanted to talk to you. I didn't
He
want
said he
you
loves
sexually.
me. Oh, he said he loved me. That was it.
So let
He
me.
said
yeah,
he loved me, the dirty pervert.
What do you mean? I don't even remember saying that.
If it's going
Yeah.
Well,
You see,
that-
he's losing his mind.
Rhodes,
Well,
we
hold on,
both
let me-
know that if I was gay, I'd be after you. I wouldn't
That's
be
what I
after
told
Richard.
him, honey. Did
Yeah,
I
I
not
get
tell
you
you
way-
that? He used to say that all the time. He used to
I
say,
know.
"I'm not gay,
I
but if I
know.
was."
I'd be after Matt. Yeah, I'd be after Rhodes if I was gay, Richard. You know this. I mean, you should.
Wait, hold up. Why wouldn't you be after Richard?
He's pale. He's always going through something. I bet you he's the type of guy that is trauma dumps nonstop. There's always something negative going on in Richard Dark's life.
But-
And I don't got
That's
time
fucked
for that.
up,
I need a
mate.
positive, uplifting partner. not someone who's going to drag me down more. I don't need some goddamn ankle weight that's going to be fucking, you know, I don't need no ball and chain.
That's uncalled for, Pred, and you know it.
Okay, but all right. Name 1 month where Richard wasn't going through something, where he wasn't bald, sick, injured, forgot who you were. Name 1 month where none of those.
Well, let's not forget
happened.
who injured him, Pred.
That wasn't me. That was the Jaguar.
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't me. That was the Jaguar that did it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, and I apologized, which is something I never do. I felt terrible about that. I felt terrible how what I did to Richard affected you, Matt.
Well,
That's what made me
I know
feel
you'll
bad.
be honest, so I'm going to ask this because this is the important part. If you could have gotten away with it without anybody knowing, would you have ever apologized?
No, sometimes you have to bite the bullet and apologize, especially when you hurt those that you care about.
He's lying.
Well, no.
Why
What do
not?
No, he said he wouldn't have apologized. I think he's telling the truth there.
Oh, okay.
Right? I read that right, Pred?
Yeah, you did. Listen, Rhodes, no one knows me better than you.
I know. That's
Okay.
why I asked the question, and I knew you wouldn't lie.
Well, when I come in to be in the director, you want to come work for me. Rhodes, you want to come work here?
Pred, I'd rather fist myself than be a marshal.
Well, I'm gonna fix everything. I'm gonna fix everything, Rhodes.
Pred, every aspect of this job is the exact part I hate about the job.
No, I'm gonna fix it all for you.
Pred,
Dark, tell him how I'm gonna fix it.
Well, you tell me how you're gonna fix it. How are the marshals going to be structured?
Rebrand. Well, it's going to be. Well, actually, I didn't get to that part yet. There's actually going to be. I'm going to do a system of like. So it's going to be me at the top, right? Beneath me is going to be Richard Dark, but he's going to have the same powers as me in a lot of ways, just like how you were. Remember, Rhodes?
Right.
Okay, but then it's going to be a system of. There's going to be no more than 2 people in a position below that. I'm going to have it so that someone's always around to make a call, because there's no point in having 5 people all the same rank when they're all like, well, what should we do? You need to have people who are in positions to make calls when people like me and Richard aren't around, that are competent enough to do it.
So what you're saying is
like
it would
1,
be you,
1, 2, 2, 2, 2.
It would be you, Richard, then Barrett, and someone else?
Yeah, I'll probably keep Barrett. He's a workhorse.
Yeah, you have to keep Barrett.
Yeah, I'll probably keep Barrett, but the rest of them are kind of up in the air.
Okay, but Pred, let's not forget you assigned my husband to IA and then immediately regretted that decision when he looked into you.
Why are you trying? You're all right. I am the only person that.
Whatever you're thinking, and you're laughing too much, Pred. You can't take yourself seriously.
No, hold on. Yes, I can. Richard, I was 90% of Richard Dark's goddamn work. And I was the only one that went along with him. Everybody else discredited him. Remember when he went after Bass? Richard, tell him what happened when you went after Bass. IA was gone the next day.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you see that? I didn't do that. He suspended me one time for 3 days. And I was innocent.
Honey, is this true?
I think he's talking about when he shot a handcuffed
Yeah,
man
all
in the
the
head.
judges agreed that was a smart thing. He was a threat.
Was that the one communicating others to do dumb shit and
yeah.
Well, wasn't it deemed okay?
It was deemed okay.
Oh,
but
okay.
That son of a... All right, but Dark did what he didn't do his due diligence in talking to the judges, trying to perceive what was right and wrong. When
Fuck the judges, man.
Okay, you can't have that attitude if I don't
the judges.
Listen, this is why we got to rebuild the relationship. You guys have no good relationship with the PD or the judge. That's where I come in. Everybody loves me. They all love me, and they fear me.
Do you think the marshals should remain under the Department of Justice?
Look, do I think they should?
When you
Of
say
course
look, that
not.
sounds like you're about to give me a politician answer, you know?
I am going to give you a politician
Look, I
answer.
feel insert a bunch of like not
if you let
really
me
properly
finish
justified
speaking,
stuff.
You'd hear me. I tell them that I'm okay with it, but in actuality, I would prefer not to be under them because those people can just do whatever they want. They think without they bypass their own protocols all the time.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think the
isn't it on the marshals to like call out that behavior and you know, impeach people? And now, just to be
Yeah,
clear,
it is.
impeachment doesn't mean like people actually get removed. They could be put on like you know, an improvement plan.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Look, it's a very political position, Rhodes. All right? I already told them how I'm going to operate as long as the marshals are under them. That I'm going to be working with them in a joint fashion. All right? I already told them that. But ideally, I would like to only answer to me. You know how I am.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
you
what
don't
a
like.
good idea. Let's let Brad have no oversight and have fucking tanks and sniper rifles. What a
Hold
good
on,
idea,
pause.
man.
Pause. So the tanks and sniper rifle stuff is, look, yeah, that stuff's cool. I like it a lot. But even I'm not going to be dragging that shit out unless it's an extreme situation, Dark.
It doesn't
You think I'm
happen.
going to be patrolling around in a tank?
Yep.
That won't be a good look.
The lack of hesitation. Honey, this is why I love you.
Brad, you know you'll do it, man. You got
No, I
the orders for
won't.
yourself.
I will not do it.
You'll walk around with a fucking sniper rifle in your hand, walking all slow like, and be like, I'm the fucking director of the state, bro.
Wait,
You
that's
know?
kind of valid, actually.
All right, so of course I'm going to walk around with it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to fucking shoot someone from a rooftop.
Does anyone have food?
Yeah, I think
No.
I'm hangry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too, Dark.
I'm all out.
Thank you,
Son
honey.
of a bitch.
That was the last of it.
Ooh, tacos.
Look, Rhodes, I'm gonna get it so that people like you, Rhodes, could do patrol work, because they need cops like you out there.
I just want to pull people over, Pride, but sometimes it's just an impossible fucking task. It really is.
Okay, well that's why I'd get you the fastest car with the best goddamn engine.
I have the fastest car with the best engine, and it literally is not good enough.
Okay, I'll get you whatever car that you can't catch, and I'll put fucking lights on it.
Perfect. A progress with the JCE6. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Wait.
So how you been, Rhodes? It's been a bit.
You know, I've had my ups and downs in the PD. You know, I'm a senior officer, not by choice. I'd rather just be, well, I'm a senior deputy. I'd rather just be a deputy, but the senior was forced upon me. I've been trying to avoid responsibility, truthfully, because it's drama all the time.
Stop it.
No, no, bitch. I'm tired of leading. I want to be led at this point.
No. Don't you understand? Take a look around you. Everyone that's leading is a fucking idiot. You are the guy. All right, Rhodes, you are the best.
I don't know about that one.
You are. You always have been.
Yeah,
He's
I
right,
picked
honey.
you.
Huh.
You're the best.
I think he's drowning you out, Brad. That's what he's
No.
doing
I
right
was
now.
singing the song.
What's the
All
song?
right, look, me, you know, I had my interview for the director job and I fucking killed it.
Yeah,
But
since
that's to be
you,
expected.
Yeah, well, honey, Pred has always been a good interviewer.
yeah.
He's always been like, he can show up and kind of wing it, you know, with little effort.
100%. Little effort, just able to fucking wing that shit.
Let's not
He's got a
forget.
snake tongue.
I don't think he's part of Hydra. It's giving besties, you know?
I'm not a part of anything.
Pred.
He says smiling.
I didn't say that smiling. I'm not a part of anything. Wouldn't my blood be all over town?
No,
You know,
not
but that time
necessarily.
you shot the marshal office, man.
That wasn't me.
You know, he took me to small claims court, honey, because I kept calling him a criminal because I saw him shoot the marshal office up, and I saw him shoot a cops, and then I saw him down on the ground, and I unmasked him myself, and I got taken to small claims for calling him a criminal, and the justice said that I couldn't say that, and I had to pay him $5,000 each time I did. First Amendment, am I right? Is that the right one? Is it the freedom of speech one?
Yeah.
Yeah, First
Hold on,
Amendment, am I right?
you can't slander people though, especially you can't just
Shut
go
up,
around saying
women.
Yeah, but a
things that aren't
judge
true about
can't
people.
determine what my husband did and didn't see.
Exactly.
Yeah, but a judge can determine that he said that, and then
Don't forget,
you can look back-
you're typically found not guilty. You're not found innocent, right? Because
I
the
did get to keep
possibility
that
does
jetpack and
exist.
$2 million.
Let's get them.
Right, if you want my honest opinion, my mindset of you has never changed regarding even back in the day.
Good.
Did I think you earned the position? No. Did I think you would ever have a problem with the position? No.
Hey,
And in
I did a
saying
good
that,
job.
Ready for
if you want people to take you seriously in a position like this, Pred, you need to sever ties with the besties, because there can be no overlap.
What am I doing right now? I'm driving around my fucking tow truck.
Pred, the last time I heard of you on that fucking jetpack, you slammed into the red garage while we were dealing with the besties.
I was flying.
We thought our
overhead
grenade went off.
Watching. I was just watching. I was watching a bunch of crime take place in that jetpack. I was flying around, observing a lot of stuff.
Probably remade it.
And
Yeah, I
the
was
other
just
time you
watching.
were in the SUV with them.
Just parked a little bit up ahead.
What time was that?
This was a long time ago, don't get me wrong, but like,
Jasper's
still, people are always going to associate you with them.
Someone, you gotta have friends in this town, Rhodes. What the fuck am I going? You know, Lang Buddha would be sending his goons after me 24/7.
His car's just parked up in front of a house.
Yeah, not wrong, but still.
A guy's
Lang
gotta
Buddha?
have
What-
friends,
what was
Rhodes.
that?
Hadi, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good stream.
Near it.
What was that,
One
Brad?
house away. Very.
I said a guy's gotta have friends.
Okay, but what if those friends need help while you're the director of the marshals?
Never.
Those two are on fucking bail too.
I want to believe you when you say that, but I feel like in the
Never.
moment you'll think to yourself, will I or will I not get looked into?
Is there a reason?
And if the
No,
answer
I
is
definitely
no, then I think you do it.
No, I would make the best decision on what to do given the information that presented itself.
Yeah, we'll
All
try
right.
to
That's what I'd
look for it,
do.
but for now, I'll just leave
That's
that
how
at
I'd
that.
go about it.
Thoughts, honey?
He's gonna say everything we want to hear. Okay, I know what he's doing.
Well, I think he's being genuine.
I am being genuine. Listen,
Yeah, because he wants the
you're
power.
talking to a guy that hasn't committed a crime in a year.
Hasn't been caught for committing a crime in a year.
Yeah, it's updated.
Well, no,
if
I
you
have.
use
No, I did go to court in
Apparently, Rupert
December.
saw it. Rupert, you see it?
Who's that?
See on channel 2.
Who's calling?
Hey, what's up?
It's Jamal.
I'm doing pretty good. What have you been up to? I haven't heard your voice in a while. No, I can't.
You wanna come on a bank truck?
I can't. I'm
That's what
working
they
on
asked
some
it.
things, man. I can't.
See? And now he's saying no.
I mean, I think
I'm
there's a
working on some things.
99% chance.
I got higher
to remember the
aspirations.
besties.
I'm a politician, man. Look, I'm a politician.
They're trying to
Honey, he
convince him to
he
come
always
along and do
answers the
criminal
phone with,
activity.
"Hey,
I
Matt."
don't know if I want to be a sheriff of Blaine.
So
County.
Oh. Maybe not. Maybe we were wrong.
Nah, I'm targeting a much larger throne than sheriff.
See that? He's talking like a throne.
Yeah, I'm going
Well,
for director
he's
of the
not
marshal.
he's not good with his words, honey. Trust me, I know this.
He's
I
very
don't-
I
good
already
with his
interviewed.
words.
Targeting is not like, he's gonna like shoot it or blow it up.
He's gonna blow it up. He's gonna blow it up.
No.
Hey,
It's-
are you aware of any crime
his focus,
committed
honey.
by Jeffrey Bones, Leon Cassidy, or Barrett
He
Johnson?
knows
Who else,
he-
man?
Oh, he's trying to take out the competition.
Fred.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, hey, I gotta go. I'm catching up with some old friends. I'll give you a call when I wrap up.
I have to-
I haven't seen you for a while. Okay, perfect. That sounds like a good time. Enjoy yourself. All right, bye.
Who was that?
Was it Ming?
No, it's Dickhead.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
there we go.
I haven't seen Dickhead in a while. But also
I haven't seen
besties.
I haven't seen Dickhead for a while either.